Spooky light. He's got the torch on the side. Hello, Print. Welcome back. Drop your oars. Pick up a glass of red. Relax.
Oh, Print's got some wine.
You're blathering in our other stream. Oh well, it's okay.
You what?
You're still talking in the stream that's now dead.
Well, that must be some lag.
No, he's in the old stream, that's what he was saying. Oh boy. It's actually got a bit warmer as the night's gone on. Yep, life is a long and winding road. No certainties. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I'll get a notification after someone's finished. It just happens. It is. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Can you put that around on the other side so I can put mine there?
Okay, battery charger in place. Check. Are you serving duck? I don't know. Do you want duck l'orange? You want crispy duck? Peking duck? Can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Have you got your sound up?
Can anyone hear me? Just type if anyone can hear me. Spilled coffee on his, oh dear. Because I didn't have my ear in.
Oh, Mel. Lucky we love you. Well, I love you.
I like it, don't push it, alright? You still can't hear me.
Can.
Okay, so it's one sentence. Can't hear you, can, not can't. Soz. Can hear you.
The chat is coming up. Yeah, he's now got the chat on his screen because he started a new one, but can hear you.
Can you hear me?
They're yelling at you.
I can't hear you, but you obviously can now hear me.
Oh dear.
Been a big day.
Yes.
You should give the missus a quick
Oh, look.
call. What?
Oh, I don't usually see that in the corner.
What was it?
What's your chat?
Oh.
Came up in the corner. I don't usually see that.
Righto.
Chamo, we're stuck in StreamYard. Life can be very interesting if people stop and listen to other people. And that is a form of healing as well.
That is the key. If you're in a conversation, but when you walk away you don't know what they said, it's because you didn't listen.
Oh, you can read. I don't have to read the chat now. You read
Chamo's
it.
getting dizzy watching the circle go round and round.
He was still in the other
Mr.
chat.
Seeds, I've sent you all the update pics. Mel says.
Okay. Whoa.
Wind is definitely picking up. Things are blowing around the yard.
Our dirt is blowing up. Oh, it's right. It happened to you, Print.
What's that?
The chat was coming up in the centre of the screen. Have you still got that happening to you, Print? Because mine's gone.
On my screen, if you just... Oh, I can't show them. It's like... if I get my finger on the screen, from there down is like the text.
Yeah, because you're got
2/3 of the screen is taken up by text.
You're the one doing the live stream,
Yeah.
but I had it here, but now it's gone.
I know some people in Halifax. Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun.
gone now.
Trailer Park Boys.
They all had it. Mel thought you were getting fancy. Why am I reading the...
Why am I getting fancy?
Because we all saw the
Oh, yes.
chat.
Yes. Technology is not part of my skill set.
Your chat's back. Now read your own bloody chat
I am.
so I don't have to be a secretary.
So what are we doing today? I know Mel's going to bed shortly, as we are. What are you up to today, Shamo? This is your quiet downtime. And Adam, what are you doing? I'm going to probably get up early, about when the sun gets up tomorrow, to finish spray painting the stairs. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. You can picture, Mel, in probably about half an hour there'll be several dogs on the bed, something to nibble on, and she'll have a phone in her hand watching something on YouTube. And waiting for it to snow again. Right. Yeah, never ending but snow, unless you've got some fancy doodad system. It's clean-up time. I remember a big snowstorm when I was only 7 or 8, and we had a path going out from the house to the path, and the road was about 5 feet high either side, and it was like concrete. Watching Trials at the moment, okay? Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, the only way to really clear snow, and you can do all the fancy chemicals you like, it is a shovel or a snowblower. I know a mate of mine used to clear his pathway regularly in the morning with a hard edge rake, because he wanted to break up the ice. That's all the shovel did. The shovel didn't always get the ice. But I remember walking to school in the middle of winter, freezing, and you'd go to step and you go zip for about 3 feet, and then the next bit wasn't ice, it was normal, and another bit of ice. You can't see ice all the time when you're walking or driving. Getting strong, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it windy down there, Mel?
Oh, it would be. Definitely windy where Mel is. You get fined, my goodness. Adam goes, Craigslist, here we come.
I remember years ago could send pictures in live chat on YouTube. Yeah, I wish we could send pictures through here, because sometimes I'd like to send one and I can't.
As you get older, you do get a little bit stiffer. Oh, I'm talking about the joints, you know what I mean? Here, there, knees.
Mel.
What?
Mel doesn't know it's windy because she's inside. Well, but you've read your own chat.
You keep talking, I don't
know.
ask.
I can't help it. It's because I was reading it to you for the last hour.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if you're walking your dog in Canada while it's snowing and it does a poop? You need a shovel and a bag to put it in. Or do they just leave it there? Do Canadian dogs just poop and their owners walk away?
Oh, we're not allowed to do that here.
You leave your dog's poopy here.
You get fined.
Yes.
Every park has a
That's pretty good, aren't they?
thing
There's little
with,
bags
with bags that you can take
and poop bins.
and bins to put. Yep.
Mr. Bender would not. I refuse to poop in the cold conditions.
No, well, our puppies aren't used to it, Mel.
Remember we took the dog up to the Jindabyne, and it snowed, and she went outside and she was like,
Nah.
our dog couldn't work out what snow was. Went to the Snowy Mountains once. Dogs are probably the only animal that we as humans think we understand them. We do, to a certain extent. And cats, you don't understand, let's be honest. Cats are nice and they'll come and you can pat them, but then they'll decide what they're going to do. Dogs want to go with you, want to be with you, want to know what you're doing. Cats just lie on the veranda and think, oh, I'll probably get fed shortly. Cats aren't owned by anyone. But dogs take on the mantle that you are part of their pack. That's how dogs treat you. People get confused why dogs lick you on the face or the lips in particular, because that's what dogs do. In a normal pack, they lick each other on the face. It's true. Hello, Buttercup. Why can't a dog poo and pee up a lamppost? Yeah, the wee gets to stick on the lamppost, but not the poop. Butters, we do that. Australians always do that, Mel, don't we? We will take someone's name, like Jonathan, and forever he's known as Jono. And so when Buttercup comes in the room, you say, Butters. That's what you get in Australia. Buttercup, they nickname you pretty quickly. I think Buttercup must have finished doing the dogs today herself.
Yeah.
Up for most of the night. Wow. I can hear the song in the background. Love is in the air. Every time I turn around. When did you get to bed last night, Buttercup? Wow, it's not so much I went to bed. I did not sleep.
Stop it.
Bad girl. Dancing the night away.
You're allowed to sleep in.
One of the dogs was sick. Okay.
Oh, that's not good. Buttercup, have you spoken to Mel yet? Have you emailed each other?
I think they did. I think they shared emails the other day.
Yeah, Mel, you cheeky bugger. Because Buttercup was so late, we nearly had to do a welfare check. I'd fly over.
What's that?
To go do a welfare check on Buttercup. I nominate myself. Of course, you all have to pay for it. So I will just start up the... What is those buttons people push?
I ain't pushing no buttons.
So that you can fly me over to do a welfare check on Buttercup.
I'll just fly you over. It's fine. Mel, Buttercup, maybe coming to Australia. And maybe...
Go fun, Butters.
maybe Danny as well. We're not sure. Be great to catch up with them.
It's fun.
I definitely ain't pressing any buttons.
Mel, it's fund me to fly me over to Buttercup. Then you can fund her to come here.
Yeah, we'll definitely take her down to Yumcha, but we'll take her down to Mandurah as well, put her on the boat. She'll love that little ferry run around the bays. Take her to Animal... Mel, have you ever heard of a place called Kahuna? Spelled with a K.
Yeah.
Animal Park, Kahuna. It's halfway between you and us, but it's inland. It's an animal sanctuary. Plenty of room. You're welcome. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's spelled about like that, but a bit differently. But it's an animal sanctuary of Australian native animals. Are you going inside? Can you take that with you?
I'll do it with mine.
Oh, roger. Can you bring some water, please? Thank you. Well, zoos are nice. We've got a great zoo in Perth. Really is a good zoo. But I like the smaller animal sanctuaries myself. Yeah, the kids would be saying, you make sure you come back, Mum. You were saying, yeah, I promise to. Wink, wink. I'm coming back. You get down here, you get a tan. Your Scottish accent will be all picked up by the fireys. Wow, who's this? Phone call to the kids. I'm coming back, but just not now. Like I say, don't come here in summer. Yeah, no, you get them. I actually bought this in London. That's what it looks like. Probably not the best picture, but you put the filter in the little sort of basin that's in there, filter, tobacco, and then all you do is you pull out a cigarette.
I just read what Buttercup wrote, told the daughter coming to us, and the daughter said, are you coming back here?
Thank you. This stuff, maybe not in my lifetime, but in someone's lifetime here, there'll be wars fought over this.
Yeah, I've been to Currumbin, Brent.
We've been to most of the zoos around Australia.
Mel, did you read Mel's comment? She said, Kahuna is your ass.
No, not Currumbin, Kahuna.
Yeah, no,
I'll get the missus to send you a link
yeah.
now so you can have a look at it.
No, we're talking also about Currumbin. Yes, Mel, that's in Queensland.
Yeah.
I've been there. That's mainly birds.
That's where we took your mum and dad.
No, we didn't take them to Currumbin. We went
Is
to
that
Cairns.
near Port Douglas, you mean?
Currumbin's in Queensland.
Kansas is in Queensland.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't take Mum and Dad to Currumbin. That was a
Okay.
different, bird sanctuary we went to. Jeez, excuse us while I just sort seeds out here.
That sounds like good water to me, Adam. But I must tell you that there's nothing like pulling up on the side of the road, watching a family of emus with little baby emus going through the bush, or kangaroos, or dingoes, not in a cage, just running around.
Twist it up.
Nestle have a bit of a history that I'm aware of. Mind you, most of the conglomerates have history.
Yeah, actually, I saw all that when I was watching that chocolate documentary for about 3-4 weeks that went for. Showed you all the different companies but Nestle got into a lot of trouble for a while there.
What are you after?
Yes.
No, yours are here. Took them out.
So Mel, have you been to Currumbin or not? Yes, yeah.
We get spoilt. Where Mel lives, because we used to live there, there's heaps of birds. We used to have all the species, long-bill, short-bill, corellas, were there?
Yeah, long and short bill.
You name it, all animals, all the birds in the world. So where Mel lives, there's hundreds of different birds. We get the same here, but we get more of the inland birds. And one of the funniest things is I've only ever in my lifetime in this country seen 2 or 3 flocks, and that's how they go around, of budgies. But apparently we have billions of them.
Yeah, in the middle of Australia.
Yeah, they're more desert.
Yeah.
But I've seen, when I was through Karoo one day, I saw a whole heap of them flying around.
I used to have a pet budgie. Actually, I've had about 3, but one of them was called Fifi.
We tend, look, we've only ever, I've had magpies jump up on my knee and you can feed them. I do that when it happens, but I don't encourage it. With the parrots, we could get really close to them. We could probably pick them up, but I don't want to. I want them to still remain wild, if you know what I mean. They still come within inches of our feet and will jump up on the bench with us, but I don't encourage the familiarity because I want them to remain as they are.
Depends where in Australia you have a bore. Some of our bore water is disgusting. You can only use it like,
It's too saline.
yeah.
Like in Mandurah, the water's not that good, bore water.
Yes, because you look after them, Mel. They come to you to live the rest of their life out. That's what you were put on earth
You
for.
could always get chickens on Gumtree alone. If you just typed in chickens, you'd have hundreds of chickens that people want to give you. People tend to buy chickens and they're cute little chickadees, and then they feed them and they get bigger, then they lay some eggs and then they shit everywhere, and the people go, oh no, I'm just going to buy me eggs from now on. And they give them away.
I have to Google the whip bird. It's like we've got a motorbike frog. He sounds like a motorbike. That's why he's called the motorbike frog.
Yep. We have Stephen the seagull, plenty of them.
Yeah.
You have seagull thieves in Mandurah. You just turn around after you put your box of chips down and just scratch your ear. There'll be a dozen Stephen seagulls
Hey Mel,
feasting.
when we lived in Augusta, because we like to feed birds, but I was always careful because we were so close to the water of attracting seagulls. Well, I forgot one day and put some stuff out. Oh my God, next couple of days we had seagull problems. Anyway, the neighbours complained. And I tried to explain I didn't do it purposely. Actually, they put a thing in the paper, in the
I just
local
read what
paper.
Shamo wrote.
What? Ah,
Cooey. That used to be a fairly common greeting in the bush, cooey, but most relevant saying in Australia, even when you don't know someone, is g'day. We've got, I think next to us, I think he's got about 20 chickens, hasn't he?
no, he's only got about 6 or 8.
I thought he had heaps more than that. We had about a dozen over here when we first got here. Unless he's eaten them. Chickens are funny buggers though. They all have their individual characters.
Yeah, Mel would know that.
You have a real shy one, and then you have one that just wants to sit on your lap all day.
And you can
One that
train
wants
them.
to come inside the house. Like they don't recognise the door. It's like, why is there a door? So we don't have to have birds in cages because I don't like it. But we do have hundreds and thousands of birds flying over us and sitting on the trees next to us. So that's a good payoff. We were talking about the low lives and legends of Boit the other day, and a generalised term. But there's one thing that I'm really aware of, I'm sure most of you are aware of it as well. that most of these low lifes don't come on till about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Are generally already fueled up with alcohol and want money. But you all know that, don't you? They sleep half the day, drink half the day, and they go like this. Gimme, 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 gimme. Australia's changed in the last 5 years in particular, but over 10 years. I'm not sure, Mel, do you still get caged eggs in your supermarket? We don't see them. They're all free-range eggs now.
I helped my mum when she worked on a chicken farm. Used to go to work with her. Yes, smells.
Oh, they must have got caged eggs still. I haven't really looked at it.
Well, you haven't looked
In
because
Coles,
I think they do, but you
We only get
specifically go for certain
free
brands.
range.
Yeah.
I've been in the old style chicken farms years ago and they're horrendous. Every day they're picking up dozens of dead birds. Stinks. It's hot. But the new ones are much different. They have barns for them to go in at night time and they free range in the paddocks. But I'm making chicken soup with all the leftover veggies. Like I say, when I cook veggies I always cook more than we need because I know I'm going to do something like soup. But daughter-in-law who just gave birth, she's not eating proper, so I'm going to make
Oh
her.
yeah, she is.
Not really.
Yeah, she's been given meals and her mum and.
Well, we've given her some meals, but I'll make her up a couple of batches of soup. She's very pale today. Do you
You
notice?
can buy chicken in a tin print. Yeah, I know.
I don't like many tinned foods, to be honest. I can assure you, some of the stinkiest poo in the world comes from animals you wouldn't even think of. Like bats. Man, that stuff stinks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to help my mum do all that.
We get the big flying fox here. You get them in where Mel lives too, because we used to see them in the tree. But they're big bats, they're not little bats.
Okay. In a minute, actually.
Well, you've got bats where you live, Mel. Normally at dusk, if you look up in the sky, you can see them very clearly. They're normally probably about 5 or 6 we'd see in a group, and it was never one or two by itself.
It depends where we used to go for a walk, Mel, because they do like certain trees, whatever. You could smell them, but most times you can't when they're just like spread out a bit more.
A really good way to cook chicken, and I'm probably telling people to do this anyway, but you get a nice free-range bird. You can stuff it if you like. You don't have to, but you can stuff it, add a bit of flavouring, ginger, garlic, whatever. But you boil it. You boil it for whatever time it takes to cook it. And while you're boiling it, you throw in the triage of celery, carrot, onions, you know what I mean. So you take your chicken out and it comes away in succulent big chunks of white flesh, beautiful. And then of course you don't eat all of it, so you pick off when it cools down all the bits, and the container where it was boiled in now becomes several meals. You can add some more veggies, bits of the chicken. You have a massive pile of chicken soup. So boiling's not the preference for most people, but you're basically braising it. You just have it on a nice simmer. You listened to me while you were driving.
Yeah.
Shall I say? Happy chickens, having was rather painful. Yeah. We got really tough certification rules in Australia. People have been caught out and they lose everything. But people do the right thing. You pay a price for organic. Oh, to the airport the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it was just good that you were listening and not trying to text while driving. I have to pick up that card, Lord.
Why?
Oh, look.
It's going to be all over the place in the morning. No point stacking it up now.
Oh, it's getting cold and windy here, guys. Oh, and that's dirt and sand hitting the feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in.
Did you eat on the road? We always used to tend to pull over and eat something. But we don't. We never really eat much when we drive, do we? As a rule.
No, I prefer to stop. I don't. I'll have the odd nibbly. I like my potato chips when we travel, but
The last place we stopped on the way
Nuts.
back was Coolgardie in a big old pub. And it was great. We've had a heap of rain over east that's dampened a lot of the fires but has not put them out. So they've at least got a break.
I know when you were 17.
When I was 17, what? Did I eat on the road? No, when I was younger than that when I hitchhiked.
Yeah, no, he'd stop and go fishing on the side of the road.
I always had a bag with flour, a box of say 4 eggs, salt, pepper, billy tin, and the old army fold out, the little fold out thing you can cook with. And I had a hubcap, which I would put a few little beads, like barbecue beads in them, and a little grill that sat over the top. And I would eat like a king. Rabbits I have, yeah, when I was travelling. But I just watched them get run
Oh,
over.
did you eat roadkill?
I just watched them get hit, so I just ringed the net.
If they were
You can
fresh.
skin a rabbit in a minute and a half.
You could just say
Wash it in salt water.
You could have just said roadkill.
Put a bit of butter, salt, pepper. Tastes like chicken, really does. But I grew up as a kid eating rabbit. Did you have The Pocket Fisherman by Ronca? No, I just had a hand line. Simple coiled up hand line. Throw it out. If I couldn't catch something by fishing, I would go under the water. I never went hungry.
Yeah, he did it off the land, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And I didn't know any better. It was like, I'm hungry.
So I've got to eat.
Looks like a good fishing spot. And after a while, you know where fish will be and won't be. Just go under the water, catch a crayfish, a couple of whiting. Yeah, no, I remember I wouldn't pick up roadkill that I didn't know, but I watched a car hit it. I thought it was 2 rabbits, but it was only 1. And it was fair size, and I thought, I'm eating that bugger. It was tender because it was road pressed. I've eaten all sorts of things. Snake. Yeah, no, it's got eyes, it's got meat on it, I'm going to eat it. But I would never kill something just for the killing's sake, ever.
I'm going to go in.
But and I grew up as a young kid in this country fishing all the time. I could swim a couple of k's in the ocean without much problem.
Yes, it was that buttercup. It sure was tenderised, and it was battered out. You could make schnitzel with it.
What I used to do when I got older, I used to in the morning pick up 7 or 8 dead rabbits every morning. It'd be at least 7 or 8, and I put them in my cray pots, free bait. But I've eaten too many crayfish in my life. I don't have to eat another crayfish. We have so much food in Australia that's not in supermarkets. There's plenty of wild tucker you can eat. Some of it's not that flash, but there's plenty of animals and fish and crabs and crayfish. Oh look, I mean, I grew up in a town called Geraldton. It's the crayfish capital of the world. And I mean that, seriously. You can walk on the reefs around that town if you know what you're doing, and at night time you can go, I don't want that one, oh, that one looks good, I'll grab that one, put it in a bucket, another one over there. So they were just like cockroaches, literally everywhere. Our crayfish we call crayfish, but you call them lobster, but they don't have a really big claw. I think we're going inside in a moment. Overrated for me. Western City's got to go to bed, beyond tyres, and thank you so much for your time this evening. You're more than welcome. I hope to catch up with you shortly, Mel. I'll wait till the missus come back, because if I just turn off, she'll say I never got to say goodbye. I'll pretend that you're still here, Mel, alright? Your keyboard's playing up or something. She'll say good night to you, even though you won't be here. It's certainly that time of night. Getting tired. Are you there? Hello? She's coming. She's going to wait, alright.
What?
I said, Mel's going to bed.
Oh, I'm coming.
And we're going to
Same
bed.
line, yep.
Not the same bed, alright? Don't start any rumours, alright? It's not, no, behave.
Move over,
all right?
Mel.
But I said, you would be back to say good night to them all. What are you calling, a dog or something?
No, I'm giving everyone a kiss.
Oh, right. Well, you need to do it in front of the camera, they can't see you. Good people, have a great day if you're just starting it. If you're ending like Mel. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Good night, everyone. Have a great day or night, and we'll catch up with you good people at another time. Bye-bye.